Hi Akanksha, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing well too. It's a pleasure to be connecting with you today.
Yeah,
Since we are meeting just for the first time, could you briefly introduce yourself?
yeah, sure. This is Akanksha. I'm calling from Delhi. I'm a mother of two kids. And if I talk about my qualification, I have completed my post graduation. And moreover, I have YouTube channel where I post English conversation videos and shorts related English. And if I talk about my choice, my interest, I have interest in this language to talk more in English and
Mm-hmm.
mostly my leisure time and if I have work that moment I always try to talk in English, but it is not possible to talk all the time in English, but I try.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah, that is all about me.
You try to provide exposure to yourself in the language as much as you can,
Yes,
right?
please
And
let
you
me
mentioned, right, right. Okay, let me briefly introduce myself to you. I am Mandeep and I am running a channel by the name of Fluency Goals by Mandeep. And it has been more or less a year since I started this channel. And the sole purpose of it is providing language related knowledge to the ESL learners. Okay, that is about the channel. But now about me. I reside in Delhi and I have been putting up here for the past 5 years. I hail from Punjab originally and have had in my entire education from there. I am a double postgraduate. I have postgraduated in Masters of Business Economics as well as English Literature, and I have done my honors in English. And I have been pursuing this career of being a trainer for the past 15 years, and I am now into full time into creating content into YouTube. And now currently I'm enjoying this role of being a creator as well as being a household manager. So that is more or less about me. Anything specific you wish to ask me?
Okay, that is a lovely introduction, and I think you have trained the people also, right?
Yes, I have. During the COVID time, I worked with a Mumbai-based firm where I provided online training to business professionals in business communication, young professionals, and I also provided training in IELTS. IELTS, the exam that you take for going abroad. So that is solely English-based exam. My forte is English grammar. I have a strong base in English grammar and business communication, email writing, etiquette, and all that.
Mm. So, how did you think about YouTube? And suddenly you moved in this line. It means you are working as a YouTuber. So, how do you think like this? You have to work on YouTube and
Well,
speaking
more
English.
or less, I would say it was not a conscious decision. I was kind of cornered, railroaded by the life somewhere to get into this field because my professional journey has been not very consistent as I have been moving places. I had have to relocate after every 5 years because of my partner's job. So I was working with a very reputed school in Delhi, and suddenly there was a change of place again. And then I was like, at this point of life, I don't want to, keep on changing schools and re-establish myself every time. So I thought, okay, just started by creating some reels on, let me share my knowledge with people. So I created some reels and then I started learning the editing part that enticed me. Then I started learning editing first. Then I ventured into YouTube full time. And I never expected what I was going to explore here. Initially, it was not consciously, it was more of a forced decision, but then I enjoyed it so much. When I got the opportunity to join the school back, I joined back, but then I left it all together to pursue this full time. So that much I'm into it now.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. Okay, what about you? Tell me something. How does your typical day look like?
Okay, in terms of YouTube,
Anything in terms of your everyday chores, in terms of your family management, whatever you feel free to discuss.
yeah, mm, difficult situation you are talking about.
Anything, anything.
Yeah, I feel I considered myself, I can handle my difficult situation. I have capacity, I would say. I'm a very, I can say, I'm very kind-hearted person. And sometimes if I have difficult situation in front of me, that moment, I know I have to deal with this situation. That's why I'm very strong inside.
Mhm.
I know I and my husband can deal with this types of situation. If I come across with a difficult situation somehow, that moment I
Mhm.
try to deal. I don't want to share my problem with the others people, right? And
Hmm. So
in this
you would say you are very self-reliant in that term,
cause,
right?
yes, yes, of course. And in this time, I'm in the situation where I have to take decision in terms of my career. And in this time, sometime I get confused. What is good is decision for me for my career? Sometime I get stuck. But if I talk about my husband, is very supportive. He always
Mhm.
stand for me, and he always keeps supporting me. And whenever I feel I have so many problem which is I cannot handle alone, that moment I share with my husband, and he always support me. And in this time I have problem about my career, and in this time I have to change my location as well. and uh,
Okay.
and in this time I'm thinking about my career, like my job and YouTube. These two things I have to select, but I'm not going to leave my YouTube. I'm continue with my channel, whether I
And
have.
working as well. You're working as well along with
Yes,
that. And what
yes.
is that you do?
In this time,
Yes, in job, I mean.
job, I have got training already, but I did not join so far. But next month and couple of months, after couple
Hmm.
of months, I will join, because in this time I'm getting confused, because I have to select my first location, because I'm going to change my location. This is the reason I couldn't join anywhere. This is the reason only, and that is
Okay.
the situation I have to take decision. And in this time I have to be careful and be mindful which one career is good for me. Because in this time, if you are settled somewhere, that moment you have so many difficult situation, new place where you are going, and that place will be good for you and for your career, for your children or not. That kind of things we keep thinking in our mind. And the same situation I have also. That's why I
Hmm.
worrying about my career, and it will affect, because it's taking time to select any good location, and it is time. That's why I'm worrying about my future, about my career. But don't worry, I don't think a lot.
Hmm.
I keep working on my channel as much as possible, and
Yeah,
I believe.
sometimes, we need to just go with the flow of life. When we put in a lot of, thinking into what we are going to do, it happens opposite. So the man proposes and God disposes. So that is what happens. That is what is my learning from the past 15 years. I have been trying to build something that eventually I realized that I don't enjoy anymore. I want to be a free bird. I want anything that restricts my learning along with it doesn't appeal to me. So just want to learn, enhance, increase my knowledge as I work, and I just want to share it with people out there.
Yeah, the
Okay.
same things I'm also doing. I don't I don't think more, because this is the decision which is I have to take. This is my own decision.
Hmm.
Nobody will help me, right? And that's why I keep working whatever I have to do. And in this sometime, my work is do my hard work, and in terms of YouTube and whatever I have selected, like YouTube, and working on YouTube in a right way. This is my on decision I have to do anyhow, whether I have good situation or not. That's why sometimes I keep worrying, but okay, it's the ups and downs, and
Things
sometimes,
take their own course of time, no? Okay,
yeah,
and coming back to one thing that you mentioned, I also talked about relocating option, and relocating it as much as it can be, disturbing for us and something that we do not like because we have been doing it, but it can be very appealing to other people. And people often say that it provides you with so much, with immense exposure to the other cultures and the places that you move to. And it also enhances your personality somewhere as you have to deal with different kinds of people and cultures as well. So, what is your take on this perspective?
sorry, can you repeat? I did not.
Yeah, it was a long question. Yeah, I get that. So many people, relocating, it becomes a challenge for us because we have been doing it and we are quite not fond of doing it, you and I, because
Yes,
we
yes.
had to relocate to places because of several reasons. But then some people, I have met, I have come across with, they always tell me, oh, it is a dream for some people. We are so bored of just putting up at one place, and you get to meet new people and you get to live in new cities, and that is a whole different world of experience in itself. So, what is your take on this? What are your thoughts?
Sometimes I feel get excited. I feel very excited sometimes, but most of the time I feel very worry about my future, about my children career, because sometimes if
Hmm.
you relocate another place, that moment is very difficult. Challenges, you can say, you have to face so many challenges, like new places. You have to face the new places, like in terms of your doctors, grocery, whatever you have already knew about in your past place. But if you go new place, that moment you have to face such kind of problem. Which one is right place for school, for
Hmm.
college, for everything. That kind of problem we have to face a couple of months, right? And that kind of challenges I don't want to face at all,
And it
because
can be very, very unsettling for children, especially
yeah,
if they're at a young age, and it is very easy for them to blend into the new environment. But once they are teenagers, they also want to kind of stick around with their own circle, and they are not very pleased to change it all altogether. So that is something that even I feel at this point of life.
but
Okay.
I don't feel like too much enjoy, but sometimes it's quite well, because
Mhm.
somewhere I feel excited also, because if you're taking new decision, and whether
Mhm.
it would be good for you, whether or not be, this is depend on your choice. This is
Yes. But what I have felt is, it makes you very independent. We become very independent and we tackle with various challenges quite easily. because we do not have every set pattern with us and we know how to navigate our way through the changes.
Yes. And one more question I have in my mind, and in this
Hmm.
time, one question popping in my mind about you. And
Right.
when I came across with your channel, with your video, that moment you were talking about your English. I have still I don't have remembered which one you were talking. I have no idea, but you were talking about your English journey, and somewhere you were feeling about scared about your English. So may I know about your little bit English journey? How did you face any kind of problem? And in beginning time,
Hmm.
how was your
Hmm.
English journey? How has been your English journey so far? And which kind of problem have you faced?
Right. I would definitely love to
And
share it with
just
you over here.
one more thing, because someone in this time, if someone hear you and listen you, that moment nobody can say about your English is you are very expert in this language. Everyone can say, but we are learner. As a learner, only learner can know about our weaknesses wherever we have to work, right? And
Right.
so which kind of problem have you faced in your beginning time?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to share it with you over here. One thing, when I was in school and college, I was a topper in language. That is one thing is sure. But then the challenge that I faced was not regarding, sentence structures or grammar or writing or vocabulary, anything. The challenge was with speaking,
Okay.
conversational.
Okay.
And when people, ask me that some people say grammar is important before you begin speaking, I always say, see, I was proficient in grammar, I was proficient in writing, but then I was not confident in speaking. So there, the challenge was one thing, I was not exposed to, the listening environment enough, listening of the language. And whatever environment that I was exposed to was listening to Punjabi people speaking English in Punjabi accent. So I
Okay.
picked up that vernacular accent. And I didn't even realize that I have that vernacular accent and my pronunciation is not up to the mark until I relocated in Delhi. I came to Delhi. So I, in my mind, was, a topper, English honor student, and with a good degree. And I very confidently went into the schools, Delhi schools, applied there. But then some schools, they gave me the feedback right on my face. See, your pronunciation is not right. You open your mouth too much. You shut your mouth too much. They would say anything to my face, and I would wonder what is wrong there. So until I got the access to OTT platforms, I started watching a lot of Netflix series, Prime. I remember my whole transition in speaking began with watching The Good Wife. I started watching that show on Prime TV and I started mimicking and shadowing. And even now, if you hear my pronunciation, it's completely, I have neutralized it. Otherwise, I used to speak pattern. It is like, that very enunciated, stressed. So that was the challenge of neutralizing my mother tongue influence. And that is something that I have worked on, and I have worked on it consciously, so much so that now, even if I have to mimic that Punjabi accent, that becomes difficult for me. And it comes naturally now.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. So that is
So how has been your work experience on YouTube?
YouTube. It's very dicey, very unpredictable. And I would say it comes in, absent tides. There sometimes it's just, a big wave comes where you feel, oh, I'm garnering all the rave reviews and people are commenting, and you feel you're on cloud nine. You feel very excited that yes, my work is being recognized. And then there are days you have worked so much on a video, you have put your heart and soul into it, and it doesn't even reach 100 views, and then it just crashes your soul. So a few days back, I was there. So, but then yesterday I learned some new editing style again, and now I'm all geared up again now to create another video and try that. So these are little things that provide joy to me, and I love doing that. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akanksha, for joining me here. Have a
Okay,
good
bye.
day. Bye.
Bye.